Good morning, dear students. I welcome you all to the first video class of business studies. So in the first session, just let me go through the topic of management. In fact, in the previous classes itself, already we have discussed the word management, the topic management. But yet, just I am going through the same topic because this particular topic has such a greater importance. The entire syllabus is based on this particular word. If you don't know the meaning of management, you cannot understand the other topics. So that's why there is a great importance, and I am going to this topic. Okay, so just let me go to the meaning of management. So management means getting things done through others. Or in simple words, it is the art of getting things done by others. Or else, many people used to say, management is nothing but what a manager does. What a manager does, what he will do. He will get the work done by others. He is going to assign the work to different departments and he is going to monitor them, he is going to guide them timely, and he is going to get the work done. So, in any management, in any organization, so there is supposed to be a management existence. Okay, so what is management? Management is what a manager does. Or in simple words, it is the art of getting things done by others. So just let me go through the definition. So it can be defined as a process of getting work done by others with the aim of achieving organizational goals effectively and efficiently. There are so many number of definitions given by number of management scientists. So whereas collective definition of all those is it can be defined as it is a process of getting work done by others with the aim of achieving organizational goals effectively and efficiently. Okay, especially this particular definition contains three major words. It is a process and achieving effectively and efficiently. Okay, so just let me go through that three major words of this definition. So why we are going to call it as a process? Management is going to consider it as a process. Anything can be called as a process, which means that's supposed to be a series of step-by-step activities. So why management is going to call it as considered as process? Because it is also consists of some number of step-by-step activities, and that step-by-step activities like planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling. You're supposed to plan well, and then you're supposed to organize the thing according to your plan, and then you're supposed to recruit the suitable candidates, that is nothing but staffing, and then you're supposed to guide them, you're supposed to give some proper directions to them, and then finally you're supposed to overview whether they're completing the task according to your directions or not. So we'll discuss these functions of management in another class. Okay, so just we go to the other word, effectiveness and efficiency. So you supposed to get the work done by others, not. The second important word of this definition is effectiveness. So you supposed to get the work done, but effectively. Effectively in the sense of being effective. Being effective is nothing but doing the work within given time. You supposed to get the work done within time. If you are going to get the work done after time, so that is not considered as that is not a better management. So if anything can be considered as a good management, that's supposed to be effective, which is nothing but doing the work within assigned time, within given time. Okay, that is what effectiveness. Then efficiency. Always both effectiveness and efficiency seem similar, but yet these two are different. One and other are interrelated, but not the same. Just like both the effectiveness and efficiency are two faces of the same coin. Which means efficiency is considered with, or it is concerned with doing the work within minimum cost and efforts. With minimum cost and efforts in time, but not at the same time. You're supposed to get the work done in time and also with less resources. By using less efforts and by using less resources, you're supposed to get the work done. Okay, so for example, if your you are assigned with the task of producing some 5,000 units in a financial year. Okay, if you are able to produce that 5,000 units within that time period called 1 year, that is effectiveness. And at the same time, you are supposed to be efficient also, which means you are supposed to be conscious, cost conscious, quality conscious. Nowhere you are not allowed to compromise with quality or cost, and at the same time, time. So you are supposed to get the work done in time, means you are supposed to be able to produce that 5,000 units in a year, in 1 year, and at the same time with least possible resources, with least possible cost and efforts. Okay, that is what. Okay, if you are effective without efficient, so that is not a better management. So you are supposed to be effective, at the same time you are supposed to be efficient. Okay, so overall the topic, the definition of management is, it is a process. Why we are going to call it as a process? Because it has some step-by-step activities like planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling, and then it is a getting work in an efficient manner and effective manner. Okay, that is about the definition of management. So after management, so just let me go through what are the characteristics or features of management. Okay, which means what are the fundamental characteristics of management. For everything, you take any concept, so we usually go through the features. Okay, for example, if there are some, we used to call some students are good students. What are the features of good students? They are supposed to be regular to the classes. They are supposed to listen after their teachers. They are supposed to get done the work within time, assigned whatever the assigned work they are supposed to submit in time. So these are some of the qualities. They are supposed to be very regular. They are supposed to be disciplined in the classes, and they are supposed to listen after the teachers. They are supposed to submit all the assignments in time. So just in the same manner, so management also has some features, some characteristics. So just let me go through what are the fundamental characteristics of, or what are the features of management. Okay, the very first thing is, it is a goal oriented. So whatever the management is there, whatever the organization is there, okay, so every organization has some particular reason, has some particular basic reason for its existence, which means every organization, take whatever the organizations, every organization has their own objective for existence. For example, if there is a hospital, the objective is to serve those patients. If there is a school, objective is to impart the knowledge in students. If there is a retail organization, the objective is to improve the sales and thereby earning profit. So likewise, management is a goal-oriented process, which means every organization has some basic reason for its existence. Okay, be it a school, be it a trading organization, or be it a non-trading organization, whatever it is. So wherever organization is there, so management will be present, and wherever management is there, it is goal-oriented. It has some particular reasons for its existence. Okay, that's about the goal. Then it is all-pervasive. Management is also called as, it is all-pervasive. All-pervasive in the sense, it is present everywhere. Whether it is a trading organization or non-trading organization, whether it is in India or somewhere else, okay, whether it is a school or college, or whether it is a business organization, whatever kind of business it is, okay, all pervasive. All pervasive means it is present everywhere, okay, irrespective of socio-economic statuses, okay, it is present everywhere, which means it is present in the economic, it is whether it is economic or whether it is a non-economic group, or whether it is in India or somewhere else, everywhere, wherever group of persons are working, so their management is present. Okay, it's not like only in case of profit organization management is required. It is not like that. It is required whether it is a profit oriented or non-profit oriented, whether it is India or somewhere else, so everywhere. So that is why we will call it as all-pervasive. All-pervasive is nothing but it is present everywhere. Okay, that is about the It is all purpose. Then the third, it is a continuous process. Management is not like one time activity. If one time you go through the functions like planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling, it is not like once it is done, it is done. It is present till the last day of business, which means as long as your business exists, so management exists. Okay, it is not like one time activity, it is a continuous activity. If one plan is achieved, so that is followed by another plan, and that is followed by another plan, like this. Okay, so management is not a one time activity, it is a continuous process. Okay, that is about continue. Then management is a multi-dimensional. Okay, the other feature is management is multi-dimensional. Multi-dimensional in the sense, management is having different dimensions. You are supposed to manage people, you are supposed to manage manage work, and you are supposed to manage operation. Okay, so management it is having different dimensions. Management of work, management of people, management of operations. Which means management of work in the sense, every organization supposed to go through a particular work. For example, if any retail organization is there, so the thing is, the work is you supposed to sell or you supposed to satisfy the customers. If suppose it is a hospital, you supposed to treat your patients well. If it is a school, you supposed to impart knowledge in the students. Okay, that is what. So management of work, you supposed to manage the work. Then the other thing is management of people. Management of people in the sense, whatever the technological advancement we have, in spite of technological advancements, yet we supposed to go through people. People are considered as the greatest assets of any organization, because whatever the technological advancement you have, unless there is a right man to operate, a right man in a right chair, right man in a right chair, so you cannot get the work done in a proper manner. So that is why management is supposed to manage the people also. And then is supposed to manage operations. Managing the operations is nothing but combination of these two. Okay.
Okay.
Management of operations. So management of operation is the combination of management of people and management of work, which means these two, coordination of these two, which means you supposed to use some raw materials, and you supposed to use some people. With the help of work and with the help of people, you can convert the inputs into outputs, and that is what the management of operation, which means you supposed to unite the different objectives of these two. Okay, you're supposed to unite the people and you're supposed to unite the work. As a result of these two, input can be converted into output, and that can be called as management of operation. And that is why management is called as multi-dimensions. It has different dimensions like people, management of work, management of operations. Good. Then the next one.
Okay.
So next one, it is a dynamic function. Management is called as dynamic function. So why the management is called as dynamic function? It is also one of the characteristics. So dynamic function means it has a capacity to adapt to the changes. You cannot expect this in the organization to come in the same manner. Okay. So depending upon situations, management has a capacity to adapt to the changes, which means there may be. So management has a capacity to adapt changes. You cannot expect the days which are coming in the same manner, which means depending upon situations, management can act accordingly. For example, you cannot expect student or customers' taste and preferences to be same throughout the year. So according to their, if any changes there, if any changes in the taste and preferences of customers, so accordingly we are going to make changes. If government is going to bring some new policies, if it is going to impact on us, so accordingly we will make some changes. And that is why we are going to call it as a dynamic function, which means it has a capacity to adapt to the changes. Okay, depending upon situation, management can make different policies, different plans, and thereby it can overcome the problems. Okay, next, it is a group activity. Management is a group activity. Management, in any management, it is a group of, it is a work of some number of people. Okay, so all the persons are there from different backgrounds. So some are.
Okay.
So in the organization, we have to make some number of departments, and we supposed to assign some work to each department, and we supposed to unite the efforts of the different departments towards the organizational goal. Okay, that's about the group activity. Next, intangible force. Management is a intangible force. Intangible is nothing but you cannot see it and you cannot touch it. Okay, so management is also such type of concept. You cannot see the management. You can just feel the presence by its existence, by the way of satisfied employees, by the way of improved turnover, by the way of improved number of branches. Okay, any management is good or what? So that can be measured on the basis of satisfied employees, on the basis of improved turnover, on the basis of improved number of branches, on the basis of improved number of employees in the organization. So management cannot be seen, but you can feel the presence by the way of these points, like satisfied employees in the organization, like improving growth, improving turnover, and improving number of branches, like that is what it is called as intangible force. Okay, that's about the characteristics of management. Okay, so it is goal oriented. So there is a reason for every organization's existence. All pervasive, it is present everywhere. Continuous process. It is not a one-time activity. Multidimensional because it has different dimensions like people, work, and operations. Dynamic function because it has the capacity to adapt changes. It is a group activity. Of course, we are supposed to make a number of groups, and we are supposed to make number of different departments, and we are supposed to unite their efforts. Intangible force you cannot see, but yet you can feel the presence by some number of measures like satisfied employees and all. Okay, that is about the characteristics of management. Okay, in today's class, so we have discussed about what is management and what is the definition of management and what are the characteristics of management. Okay, that's about it. So we'll continue in the next session. So till then, stay home, keep learning. Thank you.
Yeah.